Hey tubes, Jonathan's wrong here. Truth and emoji. The camera on this is in like the weirdest place. Like it's like really. I don't know if it's because it's a tablet, but it's really off and it really throws me off. It's like worse than like trying to cut your hair in a mirror. Like I don't know how to, I don't know what to do with my hands. Anyway, so just watching this video. Oh, that's making me nuts. Like looking at the thing it's way the hell over here. It's so unnatural. Like it looks like I'm looking like 10 feet off to the distance. I'm afraid if I flip it over, it's gonna be upside down. Anyway, always a work in progress. I'm so sorry. It's like I'm not even talking to you. It's so awkward looking into the thing. It's like a mile away. It's like 3 feet to my left. Am I looking at you guys? I can't tell. It's literally turning my stomach, but I'm a crazy person. Anyway, so I was watching a video by sorry, I've been phlegmy all day. I have this thing where if I get really angry, phlegm comes up, and I went on a rage fit earlier, trying to play a game and relax, and it's not being I'm not having a good time. Anyway, this is irritating. Anyway. I'm easily irritated and annoyed if anyone hasn't noticed if I don't get my medication. My medication, of course, being the green leafy stuff. It's hard enough to deal with everything else in life and like, act like everything's okay and normal and like there's not a satanic cabal in charge of everything and, interact with people normally. That in itself is difficult enough to do, period. You get it when you get what I'm driving at. Anyway, gosh, I hope I'm not covering up any speakers on this thing either. I want to do that. I only have a limit of 14 minutes and 3 seconds to apparently, because my tablet has less memory than my phone, which has no memory. Makes sense, right? Anyway, so watching this video about ODD's recent giant tree stuff, though a lot of it is very compelling, there's a lot of it that's getting very close to false doctrine. And people are going to be like, oh, ODD sold out, or he did this, he did that. And I want to explain something to a lot of people, because a lot of us don't have the benefit of being lifelong Christians. We don't have the benefit of that. So some of us came to Christ through the long way, me being one of them. And I think what ODD is experiencing right now is what I call the Gnostic Phase, where you've spent your whole life studying the esoteric, oh my gosh, this is so irritating. Am I looking at it? It doesn't, it's like a mile away. That's so irritating. Sorry. Anyway, I have to pace and not look at the camera for it to not drive me nuts. So anyway, he's in what I call the Gnostic Phase. It's when you first discover Christianity, you first, get that touch of the Holy Spirit. Oh, see that? If I can find where the lens is. Oh my gosh, it's like reverse and backwards. It's making me sick. But yeah, isn't that nice? I made that out of Legos. My threshold needed a cross. There's no crosses. I need to protect myself from the house. Oh my gosh, it's making me sick. OCD or whatever it is hard to explain to someone that doesn't have it at all. But just relax. It's like, how about I just effing punch you in the face? Tell me to relax. Obviously, I want to relax. You don't think I want to relax? That's like, I have insomnia too. It's like people, oh, just lay down and go to sleep. It's like, how about I eat your face off and then make your skull into a cereal bowl? Shut the hell up. I desperately want to sleep and I can't. But anyway. Blah, blah, blah. I'm in kind of a mood today. I've been in kind of a mood for a couple days. And this camera thing is making me effing nuts. But yes, ODD is reaching, he's reached a deeper level of understanding with God and now he's expecting to find more secret knowledge. When Jesus said, I hid nothing from you. I'm not going to hide anything from you. When I return, it's going to be very obvious. It's for everybody. I'm for everybody. You don't need any secret information to reach me. And from people with my background, people with his background, we almost expect there to be more, because everything's deep layers and all this crap you got to unravel, and everything's, leads to something else, and yada, yada, yada. And that's just what we're used to. Oh, I love apple juice and applesauce and apples. I could live on apples. But anyway, it's not his fault. I mean, he literally, found Jesus like 2 months ago? So what happened is, this is all theory, is that, he, found Jesus, blah, blah, blah. People knew he found Jesus. So then, there's always going to be, even me, even I get plants and I'm a nobody, If I get plants, someone like ODD is going to get plants. This Rosette, her name is blatantly a reference to a Rosicrucianism. It's like Rosette LaCroix. It means it's Rose of the Cross. Her name is Rose of the Cross. That's what LaCroix means. Anyway, so yeah, I don't fault ODD for that. I don't fault other people for that. I don't fault myself for that, because I had a little phase too where, like, you find God, you meet Jesus, and then because of what you're used to, you just expect there to be more information. You expect there to be more layers. So you look and you just run into Gnostic ideas immediately, which is why Gnosticism is there, which is why it's there to deter us, to take us away. When, excuse me, like I said, Jesus said, I will hide nothing from you. Excuse me. So it's all open information. We don't need to seek deeper in, we don't need to, meditate upon God. We're told not to. We're told to gird ourselves, to armor up, to be aware, to be sharp, not to drift off, especially not to trip. We are to stay away from pharmakeia and pharmacon. Anything that causes you to hallucinate or enter a altered state, we are to avoid. So obviously something that, that causes you to trip out is something that, you need to avoid. It's all bad news. I'm looking for the speakers on this. I'm really hoping this doesn't like, I upload it. It's just me like looking angry. But anyway, so that's basically what I refer to as the Gnostic phase. A lot of you, lucky, better than me Christians. Sorry, I'm being sarcastic. But I don't know. I feel like a lot of the lifelong Christians sort of like, feel like they're better than the people who are born again. And being born again is a huge slap against you, because for non-Christians, you're a sellout. And for already established Christians, you're a nouveau riche. You're like, oh, look at this guy, thinks he knows Jesus. He's been a Christian for what, a minute? And unfortunately, there's a lot of those, even amongst other Christians, there's a lot of BS like that. So you got to give people like me, people like ODD, who've spent, their whole lives studying the esoteric. All right, I read the Bible just like I read any other mythology book, any other religious scripture. I treated it the exact same for many, many years, until I finally, started to read a little deeper and started to make different connections. It took a very long time, but I came from a background of the esoteric, of secret knowledge, of you having to dig for information, of you having to find secret paths. That's what I'm used to. So I think that's what's happening with ODD right now. I think he's just recently found Christ, and he just thinks there's more to it, and there isn't. You know, I'm trying to look at the. Am I looking at the camera? I can't tell. I have no idea. It literally turns my stomach. So irritating. Like, I don't like to do things in mirrors and stuff. It just completely throws me off. I'm used to here, you know, this, you know, reality. I don't like mirrored reality. And I don't like doing things backwards. Yeah, like the flipped axis, you know, to going back to video games, you know, when you look up and it looks down, you look down, looks up. Who wants their controls like that? What a sick monster. That shouldn't even be an option. I feel like that's just for like nerds that like want to be cool. Like, oh yeah, I do reverse axis because I'm a real, you know. Back to the whole, you know, everything kind of comes around, I guess. There is no true anything, all right? Whatever worked for you works for you. You know, some of us didn't have the benefit of a family that introduced you to Jesus. You know, unfortunately, a lot of us didn't have that benefit. So give us a friggin' minute, you know? Like, ODD, like I said, he's out here trying to do good work. I don't think he is now or ever has been a sellout. I think he's just, you know, he just hooked up with, you know, someone that is probably not a good person to hook up with. It happens. You know, we're a lonely bunch. I talk about it all the time. You know, if someone established, you know, with a whole bunch of stuff, you know, came to me and was like, oh, I want to hook up with you and you know join forces and derp, I would be like, hell yeah. You know, who knows? You know, like, I don't know. Of course, I would look into them and stuff because I'm skeptical of absolutely everybody. Anyone could be a plant. Anybody. I'm running out of time. This is annoying. Everything's annoying. I can't function. Oh, man. Would you look at that cat, though? Would you look at that cat? That's, really... She's the only thing keeping me sane right now, I think. But anyway, this is way too rambly, and I didn't really hit any of the points that I wanted to, I think, and I'm running out of time. But anyway, yeah, I call it the Gnostic Phase. It happens to, I think, a lot of born-again Christians that reach Christ the long way. You know, by studying, you know, demonology and all this other crap, you know, I think he expects there to be more than there is. When it's all very simple, you know, like, people are like, oh, you don't believe in gravity? Then how does, you know, oh, it's easy. That's up, that's down. This is heavier than air, so it falls. That's it. You know, like, it's things aren't complicated. Things aren't nearly as complicated as we expect, because if you're living in the fake world, like many of us are, everything's convoluted. Everything's, you know, everything's stupid and has, you know, many processes and, you know, everything's a mystery and all this other crap. So when you come into truth, you're like not expecting it. Okay, I'm running out of time. Anyway, I love you guys so much. Give ODD a break. If you're concerned about him, tell him you're concerned, you know? But anyway, have a beautiful day and God bless you.